Days had passed since Fanny had sent the urgent message to her husband Thaddeus Wilcox, beseeching him to return to the Silent Creek property immediately. But things were not looking good. There had been no sign of him or update on his progress. Fanny grew more fretful by the hour and now spent each day pacing the grounds, praying for him to return home soon. Thaddeus, for his part, went to great lengths to find a way back. After the untimely death of his pilot Thorabel Buchanan III, Thaddeus had acquired a small motorbike from a local teenager in Mexico City and was racing across the countryside as fast as the engine permitted. On his sojourn, he rode through a quaint villa outside Guadalajara, where he stopped for lunch at a small commune of expatriates. After hearing the story of Thaddeus's woes, the expats implored Thaddeus to bathe in the waters of their pool in the back courtyard. The answers to everything he was looking for were said to be under the surface, as the pool was known to have mystical vision-inducing properties. In actuality, the expats had filled the water with several kilograms of LSD, and moments after Thaddeus dove headfirst into the pool, his body went into a state of shock. Unprepared for the amount of psychedelic immediately introduced to his system, he was pulled out of the water, but was now in a temporary state of catatonia. While Thaddeus convalesced in a remote Mexican hospital, Angus Duquette, also known as the clown with no paint on his face, had quietly made his way onto the Silent Creek property to no fanfare. At long last, he had arrived. Angus silently lurked about the area, taking stock of the Wilcox home and the impressive lighthouse machine that had been constructed with the hope of summoning the Erendu. That hope now seemingly a failure. As he stalked the land in secret, Angus made a stunning realization. The Erendu were indeed here. They had arrived at Silent Creek weeks ago, on the day that Thaddeus first operated the machine. They had come through the portal, traveling light years through the cosmos in the form of a single-cell organism that had grown and replicated over time. This was what had infected Fanny with her mysterious week-long sickness, similar to tuberculosis, and caused her recent spell of fever dreams. By now, the microscopic Erendu cells had attached themselves to some of the local wildlife, using their bodies as hosts. Angus secured several contaminated mourning doves, swaddled them in cloth, and smuggled them into the chapel's basement. For the next few days, he would make hourly visits to tend and nurture the developing parasites, making sure to avoid detection by Fanny and Mabel above, while providing the Erendu with more sickly birds. This gestation period in the dark recesses of the basement allowed the strange parasitic organism feeding off the birds to grow, and grow they did. The Erendu matured at a rapid rate, their interdimensional powers becoming incredibly strong. As is theorized, the Erendu were extremely volatile beings that had the unpredictable capability to create rifts in the fabric of time and space. These properties were further enhanced by the highly unstable electromagnetic activity that had recently occupied Silent Creek. Several intermittent microevents occurred wherein various dimensions, including the astral plane, folded into one shared reality. Entities that were free-floating in a realm not bound to the rules of physics were now materializing into a tangible state at Silent Creek. Lucky for the family Wilcox, most of the ethereal plasma vaporized instantly in the atmosphere. Unlucky for the family Wilcox, one malevolent spirit had indeed been hovering above Fanny's younger sister Mabel for years, untethered in an adjacent plane, waiting for a second chance at life. And now, that opportunity presented itself. Agatha Carruthers had returned.